Well, we made it. It has been a long, long afternoon, and I am a little bit tardy here. My apologies. Kickoff was slated for 7, but 7:07, that's on the streamer, not on the teams. Welcome to the CCS Season 8 Championship, and I am only just now sitting down, so my apologies if you can hear some commotion in the background. We'll get settled in just a moment. Let me get both teams pinged really quick, and we will get the first match of the day started. It's going to be UNC taking on Purdue in the opening round of 64 matchup. So give me just 1 second here, guys. Of course, the cat wants out of the room now. Alright, the cat has left the building. We are ready to go. Okay, teams have been pinged. And we are settled in. So, we've got a long night of Rocket League ahead. We've got a ton of matches on slate for tonight. Should be a lot of fun. Like I said, my apologies. It's a little botched at the moment. We are getting settled in for the evening. Purdue is locked in, Enchanted. WCCS lore with Enchanted there. All right, we have Purdue and UNC there on time. I just was not quite on time, but should be good to go. UNC is ready, and for Purdue, Plane only just woke up. So, for Plane, it's a good morning, and for all of you, it will hopefully be a good evening of plenty of Rocket League because it should be a lot of fun tonight. It should be exciting. Playoff lives, seasons, everything coming down to the wire, as we know with the round of 64. You win, you move on, you lose. That is all for your season. And for these two, the Tar Heels and the Boilermakers, step one to cementing yourself in CCS Championship lore starts now. Alright, we are off and running. As we've got Purdue rocking the orange on your screen, it's UNC in the blue. It is not exactly Tar Heel blue, but it is the game's customary blue to match the overlay. So for the Heels in blue, and for Purdue rocking the orange, it is time to begin their race towards the next round here in the CCS Championship. Purdue coming in at the number 4 seed. Are the Boilermakers, the Tar Heels at number 13. The Tar Heels, should they win this, they get another chance to take down Clemson, who took them down in the conference championship. So some revenge on the horizon for the Heels if they can get through Purdue, but Purdue are CCS veterans. They've been here plenty of times before. They are a roster with lots of experience, lots of talent, and it's going to be a tough out for any team that does send them packing if they can. So we will get buckled in and enjoy the night of Rocket League. So let me get my chat popped out here so I can follow along with chat. Looks like it's just Enchanted with the Purdue support. Of course, Enchanted's going to have Purdue support. That's great to see. Now flip reset, sending Plane forward. The shot towards goal did get denied and sent right back towards the midfield. It's going to be Bill trying to poke his way through. That net's open, and what a save! Diving through is Barris on the goal line. He appeared out of nowhere to make that stop, and it stays 0-0. That is a monster save early on in this game and this series for Barris to get. That's what you're going to need against Purdue. You're going to need timely saves, keeping the score close. See the pressure for Purdue continuing to mount slowly but surely over time. Another shot towards the goal, having to be fended off. Nice and carefully here for UNC. As the Heels try to collect a little bit of momentum, some boost, and get out of their own zone for just a minute. Get a little bit of breathing room here. But Plain isn't going to give them much here. He comes. Fnatic sends him across the pitch thanks to a challenge. Now Aaron can get a clear. Down the field, Bill will have the clearance. Sent up over Barris, back into the backfield. Aaron, last man, challenges Duck. Duck has unlucky in his name. That was an unlucky challenge for Duck there, as he did get sent back from whence he came. A save off the back ball, rebound available. It's too high. Purdue's pressure continues, and Aaron with a diving save, reaching up. Defense galore right now. It's defense simulator for the Heels. They are bending, but they refuse to break here. Halfway through game number 1, we've had Purdue chance after Purdue chance, and the Boilermakers have come up empty on the score sheet. Thanks to some amazing stops here for UNC. A big clear there from Aaron. We'll get some chain dashes as well to keep up that momentum. Fnatic up next. That touch is going to be awkward here as Plain will reach up to it. Plain, he didn't get a flip, but he's going to try to dunk through. Nothing there. We put back towards goal, saved away by Barris. Another chance. Oh, that net's open, and Plain finally breaks down the defense. They found the hole they needed. It's going to be Plain on the first goal. As Barris, that touch there off the corner, he just couldn't chase it back down because he had no boost, and Aaron not quite on the same page there. Allows Purdue the opening they need, and Plain will score first. Take shots, it feels like a lot more. As Purdue coming through. I just realized on the overlay I don't have the rankings of the teams. Let me fix that really quick. There we go. And Purdue up by 1. That is the important score here. In Rocket League, they don't ask how, they ask how many. Shots saved away by Aaron, having to reach back and make another stop. UNC has played a lot of defense. They've not exactly had their chance to create much offense, though. And right now, that is what they need. Down by a goal. It might be 2 here. No, it's going to be deflected and pushed to the corner. As Barris will send it upfield, getting some help from Fnatic, but he gets his pocket picked. Bill trying to steal away another goal here. Another goal would likely ice the rest of this game. 1 minute to go here for the Tar Heels on their comeback bid, as they will finally send Purdue all the way back to their backboard, a place they've not spent too much time this game. The orange side of the pitch where Purdue's goal is. UNC have had a valiant effort on defense. Look out, they're going to need another stop here. Aaron gets the save and avoids the contact coming his way by Plain. Great save there. Now he'll clear it in deep. Chance to go to work here on the defender. Missed out on the bump, though. We'll take another chance to be a glancing blow off the defender, and Purdue keeps it out. Upfield now we go. UNC chipping it into the corner. Time is starting to tick away. They need something towards that net. They're working together here in tandem, but the boost didn't spawn there for Barris, and Fnatic lost possession. So Purdue will clear, and this will be the final seconds of the game. If it's going to happen for UNC, it likely happens at 0 seconds by this point. The Tar Heels, they need a goal. They need something to happen. Unfortunately for them, Purdue dominated Game 1 in terms of offensive production and possession, and have gotten first blood in the series. The shots on goal, as you'd expect, 15-2 in favor of Purdue. But for UNC, to their credit, only 1 pierced their net. So that was some great defense. The problem is the counterattack, the ability to get Purdue out of their zone and keep them out of the zone was just not quite there for UNC. So for now, we're going to have to see what the Tar Heels can bring to the table a little different. They're going to need to try and find a way to keep the ball away from their net, as I don't expect defense like that to withstand a Purdue attack for 4 games, if not more. Crazy shot difference indeed. Man, Enchanted said Purdue's locked in. Enchanted is locked in with the chat participation and the statistical analysis as well going on. This is going to be a floater off the back wall. Aaron with a little backboard flick there. Did not get it down on target, though. Now Fnatic has to get a touch on this ball. Bill getting dunked on the way through. Somebody just lost their life. I think it was Fnatic. He'll be back on the respawn. A 50-50 here. Thrown across the field, and a clear for UNC. Doing a little bit better here at alleviating some of that pressure. They're not spending more than a minute in their own zone. They have sent the ball down into the orange half a few times already this game. Even starting to threaten that goal frame. That it was Plain keeping that one neat and tidy. Here comes Bill next. Drop down pass, no good, as Aaron will throw his car in the way of that one. It does get cleared away. Barris up to challenge early, meaning Duck has to go to the corner with it. Plain gets a bump on his way through. Not a lot of boost here for UNC. Aaron just picked up the pad. It's going to need to be him. He can't get a touch, though. Drops over everybody, and Barris reaches up with all he had to make that save. Rebound is going to be a waterfall down for Plain, and just like a plane, he came in from the heavens and dropped down into the strike. As Plain puts it to the backboard, great recovery, great shot as well. Beautiful goal there for Plain, 1-0. And with the type of defense UNC has been playing, that is the type of goal you really need if you are Purdue, and a great start here for the Boilermakers. 50 thrown the way into the corner by Barris will leave Plain a chance to go, but lost the ball to Fnatic. Here comes Fnatic. Great collection. What a goal! As Fnatic throws one right back at Purdue. The floater here, look at his ability to control his flip. Uses it brilliantly to send that ball past the defender into the net. Big goal for Fnatic. And UNC finally have a pulse in their offensive game. That's 1-1 now as they get their first goal of the series. They tie us up. Big time goal there for Fnatic. A little bit of a different game starting to shape up here as UNC have been pressuring a little bit more. They have their first goal as well. That's got to do some wonders to take away some of the pressure of the situation. Although pressure being applied by Bill again and again as he's getting demos along the field. You're pretty much not safe anywhere you go if you're UNC. As Bill on the bump play tries to set up Plain, he very nearly was able to catch back up to this one. Here comes Duck now. Great infield pass, but does get denied in the end as Aaron will go to the corner. The pop-up here for Plain. He's going to catch, flip reset once, try to send it down for a pass. Good read by UNC there to keep it clean. Somebody just got demoed over in the corner. That was Barris. He'll be back on the respawn, and he's going to need to be there. As Fnatic very nearly got beat on that challenge. A team bump out of Purdue now gives the Heels a chance to get the ball out. 2 minutes left here in game 2. 1-1. We are dead even. On the score sheet, the 1-0 series lead belongs to Purdue with a 1-0 win in game 1. So up to this point, we've only had 3 goals scored total. Which, based on the fact that Purdue have had over 20 shots by this point, you would expect more goals, but UNC's defense has done a phenomenal job at giving them a chance to win. Now they just need some offense, and Barris is looking for that, but Aaron will have to go back to the drawing board as Bill will get the clear. Now it's Plain. 50-50 ball will pop across the pitch. Duck. Nice chipper. Sends it up to the back wall where Aaron will decide to go over to Fnatic for the clearance attempt. UNC trying to get out of their zone. It's going to be Aaron. Sets up Fnatic. He's the goal scorer for the Heels. Now Barris doing a good job at plucking it away from the first man. Second man is there. First man got demoed for Purdue. It's going to set back their offense just a hair. But the Boilermakers not quite done yet. That shot having to be fended off by a combo of Tar Heel players. And now Barris, chance to shoot, puts the goal right through. He threads the needle on the giveaway here. As they lost possession, the touch off the wall bounces into Barris's hands, and he will strike. Not exactly the hardest shot in the world, but it was perfectly placed. There was no Boilermaker in the vicinity. And the Heels have their first lead of the series. It comes with 1 minute left here in game number 2. A favorable bounce here for the Heels has them up by 1. Headed down the stretch. Purdue trying to get right back in it. They'll have to go back to midfield as that ball was cleared with authority. UNC trying to keep the Boilermakers at bay. It'll be Barris to clear. forcing 2 Purdue players into a save. All of a sudden, Purdue not as able to control the offense like they did in game 1. It is a lot more counterattack heavy of a game here in this one. This is going to deflect, and Aaron will get the clear. In for Fnatic, plays it in deeper. This is time ticking off the Purdue clock right here. This is what UNC need. Very nearly a dagger of a double tap there, hit by Aaron. It will get knocked across the pitch, and the final 10 have arrived. Purdue find themselves on the wrong end of a 1-goal deficit, trying to dunk their way through, but Aaron was ready. He has been a defensive monster for his team, and he will send the Boilermakers all the way deep. One more play now from their own territory. It's not much boost here for Purdue. That's a fake, and why not? Let it drop down, and North Carolina, the Heels, come through with their first win, and it is a tied series. Becomes a best of 5. Shots that game much more even. Was not 15-2, it was 6-6. So UNC, I was seeing what they could do differently to keep Purdue at bay, and they had a great game plan in place. So we'll head on over to DFH here for the next game. Make sure everybody got in the lobby. They did. So 3 apiece, 1 game apiece as well on the score sheet. We'll let Shogun count us down for game 3, but game 5 now necessary. As UNC respond back after dropping game 1, they win game 2. Both teams up to this point have scored 2 goals in the 2 games we've played. So not a lot of goal scoring, lots of defense. That game was much closer. Purdue didn't get their download game. Game 1 was just so heavily favored in Purdue that game 2, much different look, probably not as used to having to defensively cover up as they were, and it left a hole for the second goal put in by Barris. He's got the play here across the pitch to his teammate, but Fnatic's ball gets stolen away. Here comes Duck, flip reset, queued up, gets over 1, not over 2. As UNC opts to go corner side with it, Fnatic up to this one as well. Slowly but surely, this series is turning incredibly well balanced, and it is. I thought that was going to drop down for whoever that was camped out on the backboard, but he just left it for Aaron, who was down on the ground. It was Barris trying to get that shot. I thought maybe he was going to be the shooter, but instead it's Aaron to dunk his way through. The Tar Heels with their first goal of the series. What on earth was the wheels that we just saw on that man's Octane? What are Bill's tires, bro? Oh my goodness, that is an interesting choice. Those things looked gnarly. This one's going to be pushed towards the Purdue goal. It's too high, and nobody in blue is in the vicinity, so it'll be a clear for the Boilermakers. We get a chance to, on a camera, make sure to check out Bill's tire selection on his Octane. Always love checking out the presets thrown at us by the players. That's going to be a good save for UNC now. Counterattack, flip reset, overplaying to the midfield line. Barris picks his spot, and it's 2-0 now for the Heels. As Fnatic, the flip reset, gets it overplaying, and then Bill, unfortunately, not able to stay on the backboard. Duck, no chance at the squishy. It's 2-0 Heels. That's a great play there for the duo. As Fnatic found Barris thanks to his flip. Fnatic with a couple of fancy goals. He's the one that got the scoring started for the Heels last game with a beautiful goal. And here in this game, he continues the lead, growing up to 2-0. This is the first time we've seen a lead by more than just 1 goal. Now it's going to be Duck taking this one towards the net. Does get denied. It'll be Bill reaching up. And there's those wheels. That's like the eyeball one. Is that teeth on the outside? I think it is. I don't know what wheels those are, but I'm pretty sure something from a rocket pass at some point, maybe. Either way, credit to Bill. Love to see it. We've seen battle buses. We've seen Lightning McQueen. We've seen all sorts of stuff here in the CCS Championship, and the variety continues. We had a Porsche last night. It's been all over the place. Double tap lined up, denied as Duck went on his way through. Cleared away, playing off the sidewall. He'll try to chase it down for a follow-up touch. It's a massive pinch, and the man chasing it down for the shot gets leveled by Aaron. What a demo. No chance to shoot when you're dead, and Aaron played that ball very well. Now playing to clear, but only as far as Fnatic. UNC have very slowly but steadily gotten themselves locked into this series, and now they're starting to log in a lot more counterattacks and forcing Purdue into awkward scenarios. This is going to be a clear. Fnatic, chance to shoot. The net is open just for a moment. That's all he needed. As Fnatic, again, what a pass up here by Aaron, and Fnatic with the little catch sends it forward and then follows it up to make sure it gets in the net before Bill can arrive. 3-0 Tar Heels. As they finally get some running room here. It's been a close series up until this game, and this game UNC have started to put down a little bit of authority here. And Purdue have had a few looks at net, but they've not really had anything very convincing. They're going to try here to steal the ball away. Playing no touch, Aaron to clear. And right now for UNC, it is full systems go. All systems go. But now here comes Bill trying to use his tires. He's going to sink his teeth into this one as the ball falls to him and it's in the back of the net. Bill gets his first goal. Breaks the shutout bid here for UNC on the dunk. Aaron made a good play, but Bill landed there and is there to scoop up that rebound, dump it into the back of the net. Purdue have life here with 90 seconds left. Game 3. Another goal would go very, very well with Purdue's comeback attempt. That'll start to make UNC think just a little bit. Fnatic having to race upfield, make that save. Somebody is wall dashing their absolute tails off behind Bill. Barris now with the dunk, sends the ball across the pitch. I believe this is the man doing the wall dashes. It was Aaron. He's got the ball. Very nearly got it by Duck, who was ready for him. Good save by the Quack Attack. Right now, Purdue would love a Quack Attack into the UNC net, would break the deficit down to 1. And it's really what the team needs right now to keep back on the comeback trail for Purdue. This one's going to get cleared downfield. Fnatic has the touchback. Bill snuck up for the demo here. That means he'll need some time to race back. Aaron, what a touch. Very nearly had that one on target. That one would have been a sneaky little shot. 30 seconds in Game 3. As North Carolina looking to put themselves ahead in the series for the first time. They dropped the first game, and since then they haven't looked back. Good clearance past Bill. He had crept forward a little bit, likely trying for the offensive production his team needs. That'll do it. That's the dagger from Aaron. It's a beautiful flick. Another great play by Fnatic. He sends this ball to the ceiling. It's up and over to where Bill can't reach it, neither can Duck. And it's 4-1 Heels here late in the game. That will be Game 3 in UNC Blue. Final 10. Purdue trying to get something here for the road. It'll be Plain passing it over. He's got Duck in the wings, but not much boost for the Duck. He is going to be a swimmer, not a flyer, and this is going to come down to the floor. UNC, back-to-back dubs. They put themselves in the lead, now 2-1 in the series. Aaron with a monster game, 6 saves. He continues to be a defensive force, also offensive contribution for him as well. UNC getting playmaking out of Fnatic. Barris being where he needs to be and when he needs to be there. Right now for UNC, it is a formula for success, and they are finding it against the number 4 ranked Purdue Boilermakers. And for Purdue, they got to find a way to get some offense now. After Game 1, it looked like that was the least of their worries, but now it has become a serious problem. As UNC is starting to throw counterpunches, it's up to Purdue to pull themselves off the mat and start swinging once again. So we'll see how the Boilermakers can respond now. UNC responded very well to the adversity after Game 1. Now we'll see how Purdue does to the adversity in Game 4. But UNC are already starting this game off with some pressure here. They're going to keep the ball in. Plane has to leave it there for the upcoming Bill. He has dropped the tires. Hopefully that wasn't because of what I said. I don't think that Bill is a player who listens to the stream. I wasn't criticizing. Like I said, I just love to analyze some of the presets that we see out of teams and out of players. This is Aaron here, carrying the ball forward all the way through. A shot on goal that Duck has to deny. It'll be cleared away here. Duck racing back, and it was Barris getting leveled on his pathway towards his net. Fnatic to go next. He gets demoed as well. A couple demos has really given Purdue some time and space here. The problem is that the two in net were able to clear it away. Now Aaron with a deflection out towards midfield. He and Fnatic almost set up a pinch, but Aaron goes by him. Tries to carry corner. Purdue on the counterattack. Air dribble bump thrown towards Bill with a big bump on the net mouth. But the Heels had two players, not just one back. So as for Bill, the demos are connecting. The problem is that it's not generating very much in terms of playmaking for his team. Although, I say that, and there you go. It wasn't Bill's demo, but it was a demo that caused it. Bill will get the helper here as Fnatic throws the ball forward. It was playing upfield, coming in like a wrecking ball, and sending the third man for UNC to the scrap pile, and that is a good start to Purdue, trying to figure out an answer after Game 3. Throw a few bumps at this UNC team. They've been playing very well together. Their defense has been sturdy. Start throwing some bumps and make the UNC Tar Heels feel awkward, and that's exactly what happened there. So we can see adjustments being made here for both sides so far in this game and in this series. Although this clear is going to force a save out of plane, it's not going to work. As Aaron sends airmail all the way downfield with a clapper from his own zone. It just was perfectly placed. You can't get much better than that. And Plane, in his attempt to dive, thinking he needed to make the save, it goes in off of him. Aaron will take that bounce, and it's 1-1 here with 2 minutes gone. Bill on the next challenge. Another bump, this time UNC getting a bump out of Barris, and Aaron will be the benefactor of that. Little play here off of Bill. Bill tried to get the save, and then Barris dropping down. He bumps Plane, giving him a taste of his own medicine, as he was the man bumping for Purdue's first goal, and now he's getting bumped for UNC's second goal. The lead now exchanged once more. Tar Heels out front. Let's go Heels. Crazy Shark even has the Tar Heel Blue as the Twitch name. Crazy support. Probably liking what you're seeing here. The Tar Heels are giving it to Purdue, and then they're getting clapped right on the jaw by Plane, who was not too happy about getting demoed last goal. Here comes one demo. Here comes two. Double kill for Plane, and Bill has a tap in. Halfway through this game is getting physical. That has been the story. Bumps galore. It has been a bump resulting in 3 out of the 4 goals thus far, as the two teams start swinging on one another. Eventually in a series this close, you run out of room, you don't have much to work with, and the other people just being in your way so much, it starts to get on your nerves, just like a playoff series in any sport. Playing the same team over and over, you can start to get on your nerves, start to throw some bumps, start to figure out what's going on, as Aaron sets up a double tap, couldn't quite get it there. 50-50 jump ball here. It'll be deflected by the Heels over to the side. Duck has Bill in Plane right behind him. Plane's waiting off the backboard. This is a chance to shoot, and it's a save. Once again, Aaron making a big save when his team needs him. Keeping this game knotted at 2, but Purdue not quite done yet with the Heels, forcing them back. Now the Heels having to look over their shoulder. They can't keep their focus solely on the ball. They got to watch. You can see Plane. He's coming in from a demo run right there. It's like a strafe run. Plane coming through to dropping an airstrike. UNC will have to be wary of that moving forward in this game. It has worked for Purdue, and they are not going to stop if it's been working. Although that man for Purdue did get bumped, so we'll set him back to the corner. It was Duck on the respawn, deflected across by UNC. Great play out of Aaron right here. Sends it up to Fnatic. He's got the ball in deep. Now a deflection up for Duck. He's got the ball, air dribble all the way through. It's like a breadcrumb, carrying it in his bill, and now he sets it up for Plane. Speaking of Bill, we're watching his POV as he'll go for the shot, but Fnatic had the answer. Downfield we go. 1 minute left here in Game 4. It has been a tight contest. We've seen Purdue take the lead. UNC got the lead back. And now Purdue has tied it back up. So 2 lead exchanges. We'll have at least one more this game. So we try to find a winner. UNC now to the corner. Barris tried to leave it there for his teammate. His teammate got bumped, and it's Aaron once again coming to the rescue for his team. He'll get bumped on that exchange, and Aaron dives out of the net, making a big save once more. Defense galore for Aaron, and he has been an absolute beast. Doing everything his team needs. AIR for UNC. He even has a goal this game. Now he's got ball, maybe going for a game winner. He'll opt to go to the floor. So he didn't have much boost. He'll grab one on his way out. And Barris and Fnatic can play next. Corner jumper here. Sends it out midfield. Fnatic with a nice touch will send Purdue to the midfield. This game is over. Yeah, holy, what a save there indeed. Shout out to Nation watching the game. Hope you feel better, Nation. That's why I'm filling in. Is Nation under the weather right now? So that's why I am here. We have got the game. Oh my god, what was happening to that man's car? The wave dashes make it look so goofy. Now UNC throws one towards goal. They've got to get back here, though, and get a nice touch here out of Barris. It's Aaron towards goal. That net's open. Bill can't reach it. And Aaron, with a monstrous effort for the Heels, has put the higher-ranked Purdue Boilermakers on series point. Aaron can do it all for the Heels. $867 points. 3 goals, 3 saves, probably more that the game just did not register, but Aaron with a monster effort there in Game 4. Purdue started to bite back. They were throwing some bumps. They were getting physical. UNC was left a little bit stunned there for just a moment. And thanks to Aaron keeping the 2-2 game at 2-2 with his defense, he sets himself up for a strike on offense. And UNC has got series point here against the Boilermakers. We'll head underwater fittingly to see if the Boilermakers can keep their season and CCS Championship hopes afloat. Otherwise, will the Heels drown the Boilermakers? Game 5 lock in and settle in. It's time to go next and see if Purdue can force a Game 6 scenario, or is Game 5 all that's necessary? UNC have had a great comeback after getting outshot 15-2 in Game 1. UNC's offense went out with a whimper in Game 1. Since then, it has reared its ugly head like a ram, and it has sent the horns right into Purdue. And it has dented their defense again and again. Now the Heels will have to watch. Here comes Plane up to the ceiling. He doesn't land on the ceiling, though. No shot to be had, but the rebound's there. Does get flung away, though. Duck with a flick. It's a little shimmy shake, a little fakey fake here for Purdue. They sent 2 players trying to throw off UNC. Couldn't quite, though. This deflection will go midfield. Fnatic racing across. We've seen some great goals out of Fnatic, but it was the Aaron show last game. Here is the man himself. Great little collection off the sidewall. He's going to take this one all the way to the net. Duck will have an answer there for him. A bouncer now. Gives Fnatic a chance. Pokes it to a spot, hopefully, between the 2 defenders, but Duck ended up getting there. So a little give and go here between the 2 teams. Trading possession. Duck gets it over one man. I think somebody just got demoed on UNC, meaning that Aaron has to buy the man time to respawn. It was Fnatic. He did a good job. Bought his team the necessary time they needed to boost up, get in net, although they'll need a save here, and they get one. It's Fnatic on the stop. That's been a major problem for Purdue, has been this UNC defense. And Aaron will throw a ball towards net that Plane has to save, because the scoreline can be much heavier in favor of Purdue. The problem is they're having trouble breaking through this brick wall. And there it is. Okay, Bill with a little bit of a slow roller on the floor. Not in the you demo Aaron in the corner. That's already a formula for success. Barris ended up jumping, and as soon as he jumped, that kind of put him behind the 8 ball, and Bill just sends it right around him. Good play out of Bill. Nice and patient for Purdue. That's a 1-0 lead. That's what they need here, do the Boilermakers. They need some stability. They need some offensive production. And who else to drop in from the heavens and make that save was Aaron, but the rebound's available. Fnatic, another stop. Now we are back to UNC having to play a lot of defense so far here. In Game 5, Purdue playing with their season lives on the line. It would make sense that they start throwing everything they can towards UNC. And they have the 1-0 lead because of it. Now Aaron, drop over for Fnatic. It's out of his reach. So it'll be taken away. Looking for a connection there between Duck and Bill. Not happening. Now Plane shoots one towards goal. It's a save to the corner for UNC. Now Duck will take to the heavens. Duck should feel right at home in a water-based field. Ducks are very well-known swimmers, divers, utilizing the water. Duck is a man we've not heard too much from this series, and that's not exactly like the normal Duck, so I'm sure he would love to get involved here when his team needs him the most. As this one's going to be flung upwards, Barris, he sees he's got Aaron. What a pass, a little tipper. It's deflected, it's in front. It was available and a clearance there. The pass from Barris was disgusting. Unfortunately, the defense got just enough of a piece to keep it out of the net. But a good try for UNC, and a good stop there for Purdue, needing a save there to keep their 1-0 lead intact. Right now is not when they want to relinquish their lead. It would make the final 90 seconds of this game much more tense for Purdue. Demo there in the backfield. It was Aaron on the receiving end. Now Barris finds Aaron towards the back wall, deflected out by Bill. Has got Plane in support. He'll send it in deep, and now the final minute is rapidly approaching. That ball headed towards net. Rebound there. It's shot on target, and Bill will score. What a goal for Purdue. The first save was a beauty. Unfortunately for Aaron, in doing so, hits it off the post, and the bounce just falls right to Bill, and he picks his spot. Bar down and in. Purdue, thy name is Bill. That's the hero right now for the Boilermakers. 2 unanswered goals here in Game 5. And they put on a lot of pressure, forcing UNC into the same defensive structure we saw them in Game 1 have. When they got outshot 15-2, Purdue has dominated much of this game like that. But even if this result were to stand, lots of work for Purdue still to do. This one's going to get flung forward. It's Bill looking for his hat trick. The flip reset denied by Fnatic. Now here comes Duck. Duck with a chip shot saved away by UNC. Sending numbers forward, but then a man got demoed. The other man doesn't have boost, so the heels are a little bit on their back heel. Very fittingly. And Purdue have fought their way through Game 5 on Aquadome. They've made life miserable on UNC. And the age-old saying, I probably have said this every stream, but the hardest game to win for any team is the last one in a series, and Purdue do not go down without a fight. As Aquadome, shades of Purdue blue, as Aaron will get a goal. It's 1 second left. Is that enough time, though? As Aaron comes through with a monster double tap here. Power, authority, and strike. Bam. What a shot. It's not over. Crazy Shark believes. He's a believer of the 1 second kickoff strat. Yep, played very well there by Purdue, but it's a bounce in favor of UNC. The ball is up, and it'll be a touch for Fnatic. He plays this very deep, though. Deep into Purdue territory. It gets flung across the net, and that will do it. As Purdue have the dub, and they keep this one moving forward. The Boilermakers survive to see Neo Tokyo. Enchanted said it's over. Crazy Shark, it's not over, but Enchanted, it's over. So, little battle of the support in chat between Purdue and UNC. But as for the Tar Heels, a tough outing there in the game. Finally, some offensive life there at the end, courtesy of Aaron, who has been by and far your MVP. But too little, too late on the offensive production there. You're going to need something a little different here. Let's see if Purdue can send us to Champions Field, or is Game 6 all that's left in Purdue's season? They fought back in Game 5. That's step 1 of 3. For UNC, still all systems going forward. Just another game of Rocket League. This one shot towards goal, and it's Barris reaching up. Got a great angle of that save. as he had to reach up and save that one. UNC's a little low on boost here. There's not very many pads for them either. Barris will get a spawn here for himself. Great play. He will buy his team some time. Can't get it over plane, though. The giveaway here sends Duck up to the back wall. He'll chase down Aaron. Nice play by Aaron, but he put it into danger. Needed some help by Fnatic, and together they get that one out of dodge. Now the heels will try and counterattack. No bump there on the Duck, and now here comes Aaron. Off the wall. Aaron double tap, lined up, bang! Oh my goodness. As Aaron, the collection here off the backboard, and then Angelicious finish for this man. The kid is insane. UNC getting a monster effort here from Aaron in Game 6. This series as well. MVP style performance here for Aaron. This is what really gets the attention of teams when you have a playmaker that is able to perform like this against a team like Purdue. This is no easy opponent for UNC. They're having a lot of difficulty getting through Aaron defensively and stopping him offensively. Now the Boilermakers. First punch dealt by UNC. Let's see how the Boilermakers respond now. This one's going to get pushed up across the midfield line. Bill with a flip. Uses it to try and dash forward. Cannot, though. And now Fnatic, his chance to go through. He'll dunk it, but Plane on the follow-up. Dumps it in deep for Aaron. This man in his very floral space station decal. Making waves and splashes for the heels. Fnatic plays it deep. Plane is waiting on him there. Plane to carry forward. Keeping the ball close. The lane has been cleared by Bill. He's searching for more blood. He'll go for the bump on Barris, who jumps to escape that and make the save. Another play here by Barris. He ran out of boost, though, so it's an awkward blow for Fnatic to try and clean up. A shot. Opportunity here for Bill. Drop down off the crossbar. Rebounds there. Open goal for Plane, and he finds his opening. Bill very nearly threw a double tap right back in the faces of the heels. It goes off the crossbar, and then a calamity in front of goal sends it into Plane's path, and it's 1-1. We are even now as Purdue get the tying goal here in Game 6. Fnatic, next touch is his. Flip reset, sets it up for Aaron. That's a good fake, but a better save on the falling man in the air. I think that was Duck making the save, and now a one-on-one. Bill gets it by the first man. Second man, will he get there in time? It doesn't matter. It's off the post, and Plane will score. Bill, the playmaker again. He set up the first goal. He sets up this goal. He uses the post instead of the crossbar, uses it effectively, and Plane has a blast into that open part of the goal. Purdue not done yet, not ready to say die on this series. They want Champions Field. The Heels do not. The Heels would love to go ahead and finish this game, of course. When you have someone like this in the air, it's Aaron going forward. It's denied. Am I saying his name right? I really hope I've been saying his name right. I hope it's Aaron and not like Aaron or something like that. But the man has been on fire so far. If someone can confirm his name is correct, that's something I didn't really have time to do because I was a little late to the stream. But either way, he's had a great series, and Purdue has had a great Game 6. They've responded to that opening goal. And now, Plane, he has a chance to deliver a dagger. Not quite. He and Bill both missed that ball. That was a free floater, just hanging there like a fruit ready to be picked in front of UNC's open goal. Oh, it's pronounced like Aaron? My bad. That is not good. I've been saying his name wrong this whole time. Well, for Aaron, who has the ball now, then my apologies. Your VOD up until this point, I've been saying your name a little wrong. I've been saying it like it's spelled. It's a catch-22 for us casters. Aaron's going to get the bump here on Plane. Thank you, Shark, for the clarification, by the way. At least I've been saying Crazy Shark and not Crazy Shirk. Like I've been saying Aaron. Here's Duck. He'll carry this one forward to the backboard. Look out, team bump for UNC. Gives a chance to shoot and score. The mistake out of UNC sets up Plane, and he will strike again. As Duck sends it to the backboard, he put it close enough where Fnatic accidentally bumps Aaron off the backboard. Top left finish for Purdue. It's 3-1 just like that. We might have Game 7, ladies and gents. Up to the backboard, deflected off of Aaron. This will be played back here for Bill. Goes forward, no touch to be had. Back pass, but it's into danger as Plane having to watch Fnatic. Goes right around him. What a dribble by Fnatic. The heels aren't ready to say die yet either. It was Duck thinking he had Plane in support. Plane was running for his life, and Fnatic just goes right around him. Used the man's momentum against him. He was moving forward, so Fnatic moved backward. Goes right behind him and into the net. Now UNC have some life headed down the stretch. 1 minute to go. Here in Game 6. Still an elimination game. The Heels can still eliminate Purdue with at least 2 more goals here. They need at least 1 more to earn overtime. That's the key, and you only have 40 seconds to do that. This is the man who I want to have the ball if I am the Heels. Aaron, he'll take a bite out of the defender there. Barris gets it by the second man. Last man is Duck. The wifty there, and the deflection off of Aaron has to send him back. He'll recover the ball. Here he comes. He's got boost. He's got the flip. He tries to go under Bill. Aaron off the ceiling. Aaron with a touch. It's going to bounce around. Here's a shot from Fnatic. No hole to be found there as Bill was on the back post. What a play by Aaron. Shot towards goal. Off the post. Rebound was sent wide. UNC had their chances. They've had their chances. This is going to come down to 0 seconds as this ball is still deep in Purdue territory. Purdue trying to cling on to life, and they will see Champions Field. They keep UNC at bay, and we have got game number 7 queued up. Man, that game was close. That was a tight contest. Nation, if you're in here, brother, if you would, please tell the teams of our next series that it will be a small delay because we've got Game 7. Thank you, Nation. W Nation. Nation might not have a voice to contribute to the cast, but he's still here and still pulling the rope forward for CCS as the W admin that he is. Why is this Game 7? Well, so in order to reach a Game 7, that means each team has had to win up to 3 games up until this point. So if you want the like quite literal reason why this is Game 7. But for Purdue, they not ready to say die on this series just yet. And everybody taking their time here. As they catch their breath, they took the full 60 seconds. Talking things over are the teams. Game 7's queued up. We're getting a call out to see a Bill Musty. Let's see if we see that in this game. Duck is going to be up next. For Duck, he has been held off the score sheet all series long. I'm pretty sure he would love to be involved, and he's going to get a helper here as Plane will score early and put UNC's Champagne on ice here so far as it's Duck to win the ball. He goes for the bump and sends Aaron out of the way. The shot up top for Plane. Great play by Duck. Said I haven't said his name much. I've already said it here in Game 1. It's 1-0 early for Purdue. Big time response there by Duck. Right when his team needs him, and a great shot by Plane. Sending back the UNC hopefuls as it was 3-1 at one point. They've had 3 chances to knock out this Purdue team. This is number 3. And as is the case in baseball, 3 strikes, you're out. This is the final chance for UNC at the plate of taking down this number 4 seeded Purdue Boilermaker squad. Now here's a shot towards that net, saved away, as Aaron will send it up to Barris. Little give and go here with Aaron. He unable to reach the ball there. It's going to be sent down by Duck. Up for that one is Plane, but it's out of his reach. Now this one sent on goal by Bill as he's going to find himself a goal. Out of nowhere, pretty much. I thought maybe this was going to be Aaron's ball. Then Bill just came out of nowhere and just a little tiny shot. Doesn't matter how hard, it matters where you place it. And a great shot by Bill there. It wasn't quite the musty, but it was creative. And it was enough to beat. Like the ball was just floating to Aaron. You didn't even see Bill on the screen. Now Bill comes forward, puts one towards goal, and it'll have to be saved away. Purdue have picked it up here in Game 7. They've put UNC in some dire waters to start this game. Down by 2, Game 7, your season on the line. It was 3-1, now it's 3-3. And worst of all, it's 2-0. Right now, if I'm UNC, I'm looking towards this man, Aaron, to get the ball rolling here in Game 7. That's a miss on the wifty. Chance to shoot and save. Neither player got a piece. UNC able to survive that one, but now Purdue all the way through. It's a gorgeous shot from Duck. Duck has had his offensive struggles this series, but not here in Game 7. It is the Quack Attack who is back, and he collects that one. A little shot off the floor. 3-0. Great goal for Duck there. Everybody getting involved here for Purdue. They've each got a goal in Game 7. Quite literally the definition of a team effort here from a team that was facing elimination since Game 5. Now the Heels, they've got to find a way to respond. They need something in the back of Purdue's net and in a hurry, because they need time on the clock to try and calm down and get settled into this game. They've got about 3 minutes to work with here. A goal a minute is all the average they need, but they got to get to work. They got to keep Purdue out of their zone, which is where the Boilermakers continue to feed this ball again and again. This blow up towards the air. Aaron will get the dunk on Duck. He's got Fnatic there waiting. Fnatic towards mid. It's out of the reach of both Heel players. It will be cleared instead. Sent across. Purdue looking for a passing play of their own. It will be disrupted, and Fnatic to send it down. Barris is up. Aaron's pretty far back. It's a shot on goal for Barris that got through, and Duck makes the save. Rebound, there's Aaron! And finally, we've got UNC having life. It's 3-1 halfway through Game 5. They get their first goal, and it's Barris with a beautiful feed into Aaron's neighborhood, and he strikes. 3-1, UNC on the board. I said that Duck needed to contribute this game. He did. I said UNC really needed Aaron to score. He did. Barris makes that save. Now who else for UNC can chip their helpful hand in? Aaron's going to send a flip reset at Plain. He was ready for that. Now Bill, chance to collect some boost, collect his thoughts, and the ball. Sent forward in off the bump play. 2 minutes to go here. That's one goal for the first minute here for UNC. They are on average up until this point. But that clock, it's going to keep on moving. And for Purdue, they are also going to keep moving this ball into the back wall of UNC again and again. Plain puts it there for the waterfall down. Awkward bounce, but here's Aaron. Can he go across the pitch? He goes over one, gets bumped on his way through. Deflection, Aaron can't follow it up. Fnatic can, sends it off the field. It's going to be Barris to get the touch away from Plain. Aaron having to avoid contact there. Has to go back down, makes the save. Rebounds there available. Bill going around his second man. Time starting to tick away here for UNC. Still down by a pair of goals. Purdue trying to make it more. Barris will bump the second man, making Purdue have to wait just a little longer to try and deliver the dagger. Here's Aaron. He's got Fnatic forward. Fnatic was waiting, but Plain was too. Here's Duck. Duck, he's got Bill waiting. Drop down pass, taken away by Barris. He'll challenge Plain in the corner now. Big time 50 through. It's going to get all the way towards the net and having to be saved away by Bill. He gave his life for the cause. And now Duck sends it in deep once again. This is clock being taken off by Purdue. Shot all the way towards Aaron. Shot on goal. Saved by Bill. What a stop. This game is 3-2 if that ball gets by him. And Bill making a crucial save towards the Purdue cause. 30 seconds left in Game 7. Aaron to the backboard. It's going to get almost through, but Bill reaches up again, and Bill is hell-bent to not let his team fall here in Game 7 and in this series. Purdue, I think they're going to do it. UNC, they need 2 goals, and they can't even find one. Unless it's Fnatic. That ball got through everyone off the crossbar, and Fnatic will score. As it looked like it was going to be a save out of Plain. He can't get a piece. It goes through, and Fnatic will put it home. It's 3-2 with 8 seconds remaining. Do I have my first This Is Rocket League moment in my career? The 0-second Game 7 drill in effect. Aaron will put it up. Fnatic's going to have to chase it down. Bill with a monstrous clears. No time left on the clock. Here for Purdue, they are a ball touch away. Not exactly the ending to Game 7 you would have wanted if you're UNC. Purdue's going to get the win. Bill sends it down. It's an own goal for the Heels, trying to keep it up, and that is how the series comes to a close. The 3-1 was denied as UNC had their chances. They've had a monster series from Aaron. That kid, just like Nation said, the kid is insane. It's a promising future there for the Heels. But Purdue do get the dub, and they will punch their ticket through to the round of 32. Alright, so now, with that series done, I have got to go into full set the next series mode. So I'm going to go ahead and pop it to an intermission screen just for a little bit, guys. I will be back soon with our next series. Coming up, it is going to be Michigan State and Clemson. It was an 8 p.m. kickoff, but I need just a couple minutes, so think about maybe 8:05, 8:10, somewhere in that range. We'll get these next teams kicked off. GG's to Purdue. We'll see them in the next round, and good fight to the UNC Tar Heels. Nothing to be ashamed of. It was a hell of a series.